Chosen one. As October 29th draws its final breath, heaven releases an unusual frequency across the atmosphere. The feeling you have right now is not ordinary. It is not your imagination or a trick of emotion. It is heaven urging your spirit awake. God is not merely suggesting that you listen. He is commanding your awareness, because something divine is scheduled for this hour. This is not a general word. It is a direct summons. 11:10 p.m. tonight carries spiritual voltage. It's the moment where your preparation meets His orchestration. Everything that has felt delayed, disoriented, or unclear is about to make sense, because divine time has reached its fulfillment point. This is not about another motivational hour. This is prophecy breathing through your timeline. Heaven has pressed its signature into the fabric of this very date, and your name glows upon it. You are not standing in a normal night. You are standing at the gate of divine convergence, and the whisper you hear is not coincidence. It is calling. When heaven moves, the weight of timing shifts everything around it. October 29th, 11:10 p.m. is more than a number on the clock. It's a portal, a celestial seal opening. The frequency of the universe hums differently, because something ancient is about to align with your present. You are standing at the prophetic intersection between divine preparation and manifestation, where what was spiritual begins to become visible. The angels assigned to your destiny have been holding formation, waiting for your spirit to awaken to this precise moment. The delays you felt were not wasted. They were heaven's way of synchronizing your heart with divine order. 11:10 is not just time, it is transition, the threshold between the ending of what was and the birth of what will be. Every cell in your being is resonating with this sacred countdown, because heaven has decided that tonight the balance of purpose tilts toward you. The hour is not empty, it is full of encoded instruction. Chosen one, you are not here by accident. You were guided here because this message carries a key meant only for those awake enough to receive it. Stay until the end. Your endurance tonight is your participation in prophecy. In this sacred act, type your purest wish and the number 777 in the comments, because that number vibrates with divine completion, transition, and awakening. It marks the moment when old chapters close and new sequences begin. Do not type from routine, type from recognition. You are declaring that you are in agreement with heaven's design. You are not commenting, you are activating. You are signaling the universe that you are ready to co-create with divine order. Heaven does not respond to noise, it responds to faith. As you engage, your obedience becomes a bridge between heaven's intention and your manifestation. Every word you release tonight becomes a seed in the soil of divine timing, and the harvest will be personal, visible, and irreversible. The closer it gets to 11:10 p.m., the faster your spiritual frequency rises. The name written on your destiny scroll is glowing brighter in the unseen. Every past detour, every closed door, every unanswered prayer, none were punishments. They were choreography. God has been weaving the unseen patterns of your story to lead you here. The curtain is lifting, and you are being unveiled before heaven's light. What felt like delay was actually divine calibration. You were never late, you were being positioned. The divine script required your maturity to align with the role you were born to play. Every pain was a rehearsal for power. Every pause was a hidden performance of preparation. Now heaven says, the stage is ready. In this holy silence, heaven leans close and whispers, be alert. This hour is pregnant with prophecy. That whisper may feel like chills on your skin, a flicker of intuition, or a deep calm in your chest. You might ask, God, is this really for me? And tonight, heaven answers, yes, it always was. This word didn't find you. It recognized you. You were written into its frequency. Something unseen descends even now, reshaping the air around you. The unseen becomes attentive, and your atmosphere begins to respond. When heaven whispers, the material world trembles, because even creation knows the sound of divine readiness. The tension you feel tonight is not fear, it is preparation. Divine urgency does not agitate, it activates. There is a difference between the anxiety of the flesh and the electricity of the spirit. One drains you, the other awakens you. The shaking in your chest is not panic, it is prophecy vibrating through your body. Heaven is counting down, and your awareness is the signal that everything is aligned. You have not lost control. You are being tuned. The trembling is heaven syncing your heart with divine pulse. What you feel is confirmation that you are spiritually synchronized with the rhythm of divine timing. Think back to your quiet seasons, the ones where silence screamed and nothing moved. Those were not wasted years. Heaven was constructing something inside you that applause could not sustain. You were never forgotten. You were refined. The stillness you called delay was actually sacred incubation. Every tear was a hammer, shaping your inner strength. Every unanswered prayer was a blueprint being drawn. The silence that once felt cruel was actually divine kindness, protecting you from premature exposure. You were being built to last, not just to launch. As the seconds move closer to the divine mark, angels begin their descent. They have waited for the activation of your awareness, because awareness is obedience in motion. Tonight, obedience opens alignment. Heaven's countdown begins when faith says, I'm ready. And now, you are. Cosmic synchronization has started. You may not hear trumpets, but the heavens are alive with activity. Every divine instruction, every prayer, every intention you've sown has been cued for release. God's whisper tonight carries thunder. What he speaks quietly manifests loudly. You'll know when the shift happens. It won't require announcement or validation. It will feel like peace, sudden, unmistakable, and total. The mind won't understand it, but the heart will recognize it. The soul will exhale, finally. It will feel as if something invisible but familiar just walked through the door. You'll feel it, you'll know it, and you'll remember this night. The universe keeps record of awakenings like this. This is the night your awareness meets your anointing. Chosen one, you are not late. You are on time for a divine reason. Every no was redirection. Every pause was preservation. Every unanswered call was protection from counterfeit opportunities. You weren't denied, you were preserved. Heaven shielded you from exposure too soon. What you thought was rejection was actually redirection toward divine timing. Every detour carved the path to this hour. This is where divine design reveals its brilliance. Tonight, body, mind, and spirit align with divine order. Everything that once felt scattered is coming into sync. Heaven's vibration matches your spiritual frequency. This is divine precision in motion. The chaos of previous seasons dissolves under the rhythm of divine order. October 29th is not an ending. It is the day your inner compass locks onto destiny's true north. You are exactly on time. Not a second early, not a breath late. When heaven was silent, it was working. The pause before revelation is often heaven building what you will later inhabit. You did not lose time. You gained structure. Heaven was constructing the stage of your next era, while you stood in the audience of stillness. You were not waiting. You were being prepared to carry something heavy without breaking. The silence of heaven is strategy, not punishment. A confirmation is on its way. A sign, a message, a moment of peace that feels heavier than words. It may come through a dream, an encounter, or an internal certainty, but when it arrives, you'll know. It will not bring confusion, but peace, clarity, and holy stillness. You will not ask, "Was that a sign?" Because it will speak directly to your knowing. It will be spiritual truth, wrapped in divine timing. The old version of you is being exchanged for the divine one you've been becoming. Doubt dissolves. Divine identity arises. You're not evolving. You're emerging. Every insecurity burns away under heaven's light. You're stepping out of fear and into fullness. The old skin no longer fits. Your spirit has outgrown it. Tonight marks the exchange. Human hesitation for divine authority, confusion for calling. 11:10 p.m. is not an accident of the clock. It is a spiritual cipher. 11 symbolizes transition, the doorway between completion and creation. 10 represents divine order and completion. Together, they form heaven's equation of destiny, the end meeting the beginning, cycles closing, and purpose igniting. It is the sacred pause before a divine page turns. It is the breath before breakthrough, the whisper before a new story begins. Be still in this hour. Do not rush what heaven is orchestrating. Stillness is participation. You don't earn divine timing. You align with it. This is not the time to perform or overthink. This is the time to receive. Sit in the awareness of divine presence. The power of this moment lies in silence, not struggle. Miracles do not shout. They manifest in stillness. The air feels dense tonight, almost alive. You might feel chills, tears, or peace settling over you. These are confirmations. Heaven's energy manifesting in the tangible. It's not superstition. It's synchronization. You're feeling the weight of presence. You're standing in a moment the spiritual realm has been preparing for you. When heaven draws near, even the atoms in the air know to stand still. When God urges, it is never to alarm. It is to awaken. His urging is an act of love. He urges because the moment is ripe. Heaven whispers when it is ready, not when it is angry. This urging is heaven's way of saying, it's time to receive. You have carried enough. Now you are being called to collect what has matured. God's urging is love in motion. At precisely 11:10 p.m., a spiritual gate opens. You don't need to kick it down, just walk through it. Heaven does not require effort, only awareness. You are stepping into a space where time bends to God's will. The gate stands between effort and ease, and tonight, grace carries you through. The invisible and visible meet, and for a sacred moment, you are standing in the overlap of heaven and earth. This is not about proving yourself or doing more. It's about receiving what was always yours. Divine timing is not a test, it's a transaction. The heavens recognize faith, not effort. You are stepping into inheritance, not earning approval. Fulfillment happens in stillness. You are crossing from striving into receiving. God never asked you to perform. He asked you to believe. Watch for them. Sudden peace, unexpected clarity, open doors, a word that feels like a mirror to your soul. The delivery may not come with noise, but it will come with certainty. Divine patterns appear subtle, yet sacred. Heaven's signs never confuse. They confirm. They show up as alignment, as knowing, as effortless flow. You will recognize it the moment you stop trying to make sense of it. You are not who you used to be. You've been refined through silence and tested by fire. The impatience of your past no longer drives you because wisdom has replaced impulse. God doesn't release destiny to the old you. He releases it to the refined one. You have evolved into readiness. Your faith has matured into authority. And tonight, that authority activates what was waiting. Before heaven moves, silence deepens. This silence is not emptiness. It's divine breath being held. 11:10 p.m. is heaven's inhale before the exhale of release. Do not rush this quiet. The stillness is sacred. Feel the pause. It is holy anticipation. The quiet is the sound of God preparing to speak, and what He says next will rewrite your story. When the clock strikes 11:10, something unseen crosses into visibility. You may not see it with eyes, but you will sense it in your core. Peace descends, ideas ignite, clarity unfolds, heaven's transfer begins. The weight of confusion lifts and understanding anchors. What was once abstract becomes tangible. This is the divine handoff. Your timeline catches up with your prophecy. You step into a new identity, forged by fire and crowned with clarity. Fear dissolves, and your authority becomes undeniable. You no longer chase signs, you carry them. You are now a living prophecy, walking proof of divine orchestration. Confusion bows to conviction. You finally know who you are, and you move with heaven's confidence. The old identity fades, the new one reigns. Heaven moves in proportion to awareness. The moment you perceive divine timing, the heavens respond with acceleration. Awareness is the key that unlocks access. When your understanding expands, your reality shifts. When your awareness rises, heaven releases. Every act of recognition triggers a ripple through the unseen. Awareness is currency in the spiritual realm, and you are wealthy tonight. You may not articulate it, but your spirit knows. This confirmation doesn't arrive in sound, it arrives in knowing. It's a vibration of truth that stills every storm. Your entire atmosphere rearranges itself around peace. This shift is irreversible. The life you live after this moment will not resemble the one before it. You have crossed into divine permanence. What heaven releases tonight carries God's signature. His seal cannot be broken. What is signed tonight cannot be stolen tomorrow. Prophetic timing engraves miracles into your timeline. What happens tonight cannot be undone by fear or reversed by opposition. Heaven's ink is eternal. Every blessing released now is permanent, complete, and beyond interference. Purpose steps out from behind the veil. Everything you endured, every silence, every trial, now reveals its reason. God never wasted your pain. He wove it into prophecy. Every scar glows as a sign of divine authorship. You were never lost. You were being aligned. This is your unveiling, your appointed time to walk in the fullness of purpose that was once only promised. Chosen one, this night is not ordinary. It is holy fulfillment in motion. You are not waiting. You are receiving. Blessings are landing where confusion once lived. Heaven has remembered your name. The angels who watched you through silence now rejoice in your awakening. Something beautiful has begun, and it carries your divine fingerprint. October 29th at 11:10 p.m. The hour of urging, the gate of release. The moment heaven leaned down and whispered, "You made it. It's time."